Everybody, welcome back to some more Offworld. Now, we did the tutorials in the last few episodes, so now we're hoping to enter a game, not only win it, but really apply what we learned from the last few games. So we'll just jump in with normal settings, we'll change the map to random, and yeah, let's jump straight into it. So I'll try and talk more about what I'm doing and my thought processes while I'm doing it, just to not only help me decide what I'm doing and, give it two thoughts and, maybe make a better decision, but it's also just to help people understand what's going on a little better. So at the start here, we want to look for some of the main resources, and the main resources are carbon, aluminium and iron, because they'll be the starting resources that we'll need to upgrade our HQ. So water is good as well, but it looks like there probably will be a lot on this map. So let's start scanning. Oh, there was a new patch, and it did update some things, and as you can probably hear there, the voiceover has changed. I wasn't aware of that, but I know I'm not used to it yet. I'm still quite fond of the old one, but we'll continue to play the game, see how it works out for us. God, it's not so Microsoft SAM or something. It's very different. So we've got some aluminum and iron here. I have no doubt that there will be more. Carbon will be useful later on for electronics and chemicals, but the problem is we haven't found any silicon. Now there is some at the top of the map there, which I think I will scan towards.
High levels of silicon.
There's more silicon.
A scientific HQ has been founded.
A geothermal vent. This will be useful.
God,
HQ has been founded.
it's so different. It's so unsettling. Okay. Anyway, it looks like we were a little slow. This scientific HQ has already taken over this aluminium here, which isn't the end of the world. I'm sure there'll be plenty more of it, but I think it might be best to put down quickly and start to get some of these tiles here before other people take it. So I think I will use scientific here because of the lack of resources. We want to be able to directly convert it into like the different types of resources. As you can see, even carbon here, there's only 4 different types of amount of cubes even, and even so, it looks like a lot of them are over here. So we want to be able to use them quickly and effectively. So we will quickly jump on this spot here. I think that will do fine. And we want that aluminum. So we'll steal that better tile before he gets it. And I think we'll directly build steel mills. Doesn't look like there are any adjacent ones. So we will just build. Interesting, we don't actually get a fuel cost for this space here, even though it is not adjacent to our capital. It must be just because it's a minimum distance thing. So I think we are going to be hemmed in for space for building other buildings around our HQ because of these 2 large craters. So it might even be better to go for one of these further away tiles. And I think that's what I will do, because every spot around our HQ will be important.
An expansive HQ has been founded.
So we will just wait for the stuff we need to upgrade. The starting fuel cost of these buildings will be annoying. It will put up our debt just a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about that. Like they're building as well. It looks like everyone is going scientific except for purple here, who will be going expansive. Very interesting. What's he got? So he's got 2 steel mills and aluminium mine, same as us. He's got interesting. He's built a metal mine on this iron, even though he is scientific. Very curious move there, but
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
silicon is there. I might maybe go and snag that quickly. I think I will do that. Let's sell that carbon, and I don't want to sell the glass. We'll buy that claim. And to produce this, we'll need a bit more money. The steel will come in. This does mean we will upgrade a little later, but I'm trying to secure the later game a bit better by getting glass production on early. So slowing down our start to hopefully make our late game better. It will consume oxygen, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. I think there's more than enough water to build
An expansive HQ has been
different
upgraded.
kind of buildings that require water, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, waiting. Quickly ship those because I do want to build this quickly. The quicker I can build it, the better off we'll be. I think we also need 300. Once that lands, have enough. There we go. So build it there. Cost us less fuel. So because you don't, regardless with scientific, regardless of how large or how many cubes or triangles there are on a specific tile, it doesn't affect how much of that resource you'll get. So you can see here with a three triangle silicon we'll get 0.5, whereas on these one triangle silicons we also get 0.5. So at this point I think we just want to do it for the sake of saving fuel, and yeah, just for the sake of saving fuel. So again, we do need more steel. I have got it paused, I did not realize that. So we will be slower to start off, which is worrying. That's generally been the cause of my losses so far in these games. So it might have been a better move to upgrade earlier, but because you start with 20 glass, so the first upgrade is a lot easier than the later ones. But now that we'll start producing glass earlier, it will mean that we'll start to build some up, so those later upgrades will be a lot easier, as opposed to getting the money to pay for the glass, which is actually getting quite expensive. We will need to auto supply it because of our lack of oxygen. Now we really just need to, some aluminium there, we'll really need to get hydrolysis reactors and greenhouse farms active early, because that will cost us a lot. Looks like an auction's about to start.
Land is available
Medium
for
water
auction.
tile. Oh, it also tells you what the tile you're auctioning on. I don't need it. There's plenty of water around, so bidding on that is effectively useless. It'll just put us further into debt. As you can see, they're already, climbing away very quickly with their share prices. So I really need to upgrade here.
Sold.
Solar flare. So that, as you can see from the tooltip there, will just increase solar production. It's fine. We're not producing power, which is costing us a lot. No, we can upgrade there. Now, I think the first thing we do want to go into is hydrolysis reactors to pay for the oxygen for this glass kiln. So we will just have to wait for steel for that, which is fine.
Expansive HQ has been
I also
upgraded.
probably want another steel mill. 0.5, because how much are we making? We're only making one at the moment. I think we will want another steel mill here. And we'll build it just there. Again, that will take out one of our claims, which will be pretty annoying, but I'm not too worried. So we will need to build it on the water tiles, which we will do here because the cost of fuel will be cheaper. I do want to get that straight away. Oh, I just sold my steel like an idiot. There we go. Okay, so that should help support us just a little bit better. Next upgrade will work on getting food, water, and power, which we will need. Also, maybe start considering buying in our shares, just because the stock price is quite low at the moment. That is an issue for concern, because people might start buying our shares out very soon, especially with the debt we're accruing here. I am glad I increased steel production because as you can see there, we need 160 steel and that would cost us 10,000 if we wanted to buy those resources outright. So I think it's very good that we got the steel production online. It's coming in very slowly, however. And even glass as well. The production of it is quite small. Probably because we don't have any money, so it's not producing any. But we do have extra O2.
HQ has been upgraded.
We'll turn off water supply there. Yeah, see the price of power and food is getting really high at the moment, which is really driving up our debt. So we have to be concerned of Red here because she's doing quite well. I think she's making a lot of money off this power. Yeah, it looks like that's probably what she'll be making most of her money off. Also the food as well be quite good. So we really need to upgrade here quickly so we can, you know, stop giving them so much profit off our lack of food and energy. The price of water is fine. It's only $13. Once we do build the greenhouse farms, the price will probably keep steadily increasing, and especially once we upgrade as well, we will need to consume more water. But at the moment the price is so little, it'd be much more efficient to go for the farms and the power. Putting on a bit more steel here. We are getting quite a lot of debt. It is a bit scary. I do feel like we will be being bought out soon. Hopefully they will go for Anastasia here because she does have a lower stock price, and I'm more confident we can get out of our debt quicker. Okay, so just need more steel. How much have you got there? I really want to maybe quick ship out some steel just so we can get those buildings on the go a bit quicker. So this food we'll build here. That should cover our food for now. Price of power maybe looks like it might be coming down, but it's hard to say for sure. We do need more steel. I think one geothermal should pay for the cost of all our power, but I don't think there is any geothermals left. They might have all been taken. Because you can click on any of the resources here and it will take you to some of the tiles, and
I hate those filthy bandits.
oh, that new voice is so upsetting for me. But yeah, it doesn't look like there are any more geothermals left, which is really unfortunate. Maybe we just put solar panels with... Hopefully this food will start producing a bit quicker. I will do early shipments just so we can... Our debt is getting really high here. As you can see, they're really starting to buy out purple here. So I do need to get rid of my debt. And by doing that, I just basically need power at this point. These pirates are really annoying. It's going to be a real struggle to get through. And in terms of getting out of my debt here, start selling that fuel. Let's just quickly look at how much power. That should cover our cost of power, at least during the day. But I'm looking at the glass prices here, and maybe that's just what we want to produce more of. I think that's what we'll do. We will need another electrolysis reactor. I think we'll do that. And
Scientific HQ has been upgraded.
we will want to start buying in our own stocks. I think that's what I'll start to do here. Just to not only raise our stock price, but also just to sort of scare off potential buyers. We'll really go hard on selling those. These pirates are extremely annoying. Building switch new carbon. That is not necessary for us. It would be a good patent to get, but I think considering our debt, it's not going to be our primary focus. We'll also want to upgrade again soon. See, this you can bet really hard on it because, well, this red person here doesn't even have any debt, and
Sold.
Silas here has only about 7,000, so they're doing very well. They capitalized on the high energy and food prices early. It does look like the price of power is going down, so we will lose less money from that, which is really useful. And we will just want that last little bit of our stock, just to really secure ourselves in. That's much better. Yeah, at this point, we just want to start paying off our debt. Upgrade and pay off our debt. So we could sell some aluminium, because we do have an excess of it. And basically just fuel and food is what we really need.
An expansive HQ has been upgraded.
We are a bit behind, which is a bit concerning. But I think that glass game, it will pay off, because the price of glass is getting really expensive at the moment. So there's a lot of debt right there. It says we are losing money on oxygen. Just mousing over this debt here. It says we are losing $25 from oxygen. It just seems like we just don't have a current good supply of it. I think once it comes in, then we should be okay. We'll do some early shippings just to keep it more consistent. He's buying a lot of my stock here because of my high amount of debt. That is wrong. I think we'll be fine because we've locked in our half, but that is a lot of debt. I think that's maybe something we've got to focus on working through a bit early. Instead of going for a typical, maybe trying to get upgrades quickly, we should maybe focus more on seeing what has a high price and then trying to get that resource quickly. We'll destroy one of our hydrolysis reactors, which is annoying because it is one of our bigger money makers. Let's sell. Get that food, get that fuel. Upgrade. Price of power is irrelevant. I'm not concerned at all about it. Let's keep producing electrolysis reactors and farms. At the moment, that's really what we need. Also start. We'll buy that because it will be doubly expensive for him to buy that. So it does raise our stock price by a lot. That one water should cover all our water needs. Thinking machines. I'm not concerned about that. It would be useful, but we don't really have any buildings adjacent to our HQ, so it actually really does nothing to us, honestly. It would be good for, say, this person here, because she has a lot adjacent to her HQ. We may even start considering looking towards what they've got going well for them. Speaking a lot of chemicals, we do have power, excess of fuel, and carbon. So if we just found some good carbon tiles, which doesn't look like there is a lot. It looks like it's just sort of in this area. I was going to say we might start considering looking towards paying off or using carbon to build a chemical refinery because the price of it is so high, but I think for now it's probably not something we should focus on. We should focus on continuing to pay off our debt to really just raise our stock price. Do that we will. We need to be level 5 for this, do we not? No, apparently we can build it now, which I am considering. We also have this one last claim here. I'm not sure what we should do with it. We could, I think we might go for more glass. We will. Can build it there. It will cost us silicon. Is there any extra silicon? There is some over there. We're producing plenty of fuel, so I think it's okay to spend that money. Then from here we'll just continue to pay off debt. That should really put up our stock price.
I hate those filthy bandits.
More pirates. That's really annoying because it will short circuit a lot of our steel and food production, and potentially even our water. No, it doesn't look like it quite covers it, but food and steel, they're quite expensive, so it is disappointing to lose a lot of our business in that. But I'm hoping our amount of glass production should really help us there. Does look like the price of power is going back up, which will be annoying, but just looking at the off-world prices here, I think our best hope is to maybe definitely sell oxygen here, because look at that price off-world, that is really high, so we'll want to upgrade. How much do we need? We can sell some of this glass here, because we do have an excess of it. Need 40k for that. So, okay, so we will sell some of this fuel, because it's quite expensive. And with this oxygen. And even a lot of that water. So we can upgrade. Cold fusion. Buildings are now powered with water. It would be good, because the price of water is cheaper than the price of power, and also we are producing some, so we wouldn't be losing so much on it. But I'm not too concerned about it. Looks like they will fight it out, which is fine by me. I think we want to start by trying to buy out her, because she's got stocks in both me and purple here, so, and she's the strongest person there, so it'd be best to take them out early, but I'm not quite sure how much they have in terms of being able to buy out other people, so maybe that's the strategy we want to employ as well, is to buy out the weaker people first so we get more money off them, and also deny her from having that. It's the question of who do we buy out? That's the big question. Maybe we do get power here. I think I will. Well, we will need a lot. I think in that little trifecta there, what do we need? We need $5,000. Easily get that. I think this little trifecta here will cover our power costs. We can start to pay off that debt. Because once we pay off that debt, I think we will start to make a very solid income. And from there, I think we probably just want to build off-world markets. We need steel and glass for that. The price of steel is humongous here. It's really annoying because it is making these off-world markets really expensive. We will have to wait on steel for that. So you can see our debt is going down. Granted, very slowly, but it will go down. And so it's waiting 123,000. That is a very expensive off-world market. The price of steel normally isn't so much, so electronics will always be a very high price because it's such a complicated thing to build. So the amount of resources it uses, it means that no one will generally build it because the investment for it is a lot harder to pull off. For now, I think keep doing well selling all this. And 91,000. We are almost there. Well, steel. 100k, so fuel. Water here isn't that expensive.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
So close to building it. Sell some more fuel. Okay, so we built an off-world market, and wow, there's no space next to the settlement, so we'll just build it there. And maybe we want to goon squad it, but it might be targeted down, like focused by the enemy, but I think I really just want to not spend 14k. Oh, it doesn't look like we can anyway because of our bad credit rating. We can't actually use the black market. Let's see how much we'll bet on this. I think 20,000 is the max. Yeah, I figured it would go a lot higher, but it was worth a shot at least. We're making a lot of... Oh, because of the dust storm. Oh, okay. I was confused because we were making a lot on power, as you can see there. But the dust storm here is actually increasing our wind turbine production. So as you can see here, each of them is producing about 3.5, which is really strong. It's a shame the price of power is going down. But we do need to start looking into buying out other people here. Because if we focus too much on resources here, as you can see, a lot of people are already starting to buy stocks in each other. And because of that, their stock prices are raised. So once that Offworld is complete,
I hate those filthy bandits.
pirates, hopefully, okay, it doesn't look like they're affecting me, which is good. Okay, and Offworld market is complete, and we will ship off that oxygen because that is a very amazing price. Okay, so from this point on, our debt is being paid off very slowly, but I'm not too worried about it. You can see our credit rating has improved throughout C now, so we can use the black market if we want, but I don't think it's necessary. From here, I think maybe we produce more oxygen just quickly. Because not only is the price of it very good, but we do need to provide more oxygen just to make sure we do have enough for the off-world shipping. Okay, so our debt has increased a lot, which is really unfortunate. How much to buy Journey? 34,000. I think we can afford that. Alright. Just by buying out her shares, it is increasing our stock price a lot.
Look at all the money.
I think we'll be able to buy her out pretty quickly here because of the off-world markets here. They are giving us a lot of money.
An expansive HQ has been
So we will need 420,000 roughly to buy her out, which I think is very doable. And that will give us all the stocks in our company as well, so I think I'll do very well. Just like explosion of portal economy. Okay, so a random event, it is increasing our power price, which is good. That will help pay off some of our debt. We are losing money from oxygen, which I think is because we are shipping it off-world. We aren't quite producing as much.
new land is available.
Medium
for
iron
auction.
tile, we don't need that at all. 438,000. Getting to that number is not going to be easy, but I think with these off-world shipments, it shouldn't take us too long. And so we will just sit on our resources to let them accrue and let the price build up. So once the price builds up, we can do one bigger sell and get more value from it. It would have been nice to get another claim and maybe build an optimization center so we could increase the production of our resources. But at the moment, I think the production's fine. It would have been nice to produce more oxygen, maybe even more food or glass. It is a shame that the price of fuel here has gone down because we do produce a lot of it.
Shipment launched.
What shipment has been launched? I think we can do it. Once we buy this top layer here, we should be really secure. The amount of debt that we have is still really unfortunate, but we are technically paying it off here. We do have a lot. I wonder if there is a black market tool you can use that increases production of buildings, but unfortunately it isn't here, so we can't use that. How much do we need? There's 450,000 now. Don't think we can quite get to just yet. Wonder what is the price of... No, it's not quite good enough. I was hoping maybe we could sell something else because the price of oxygen on this world is still quite high considering. I was hoping we could maybe use the off-world on something else and maybe get
Shipment launched.
more from it.
Get all the money.
Okay, debt got more interest. So at the peak of midnight, your debt, you get more debt based on your credit rating. Because ours is so bad, as you can see there, D bond rating, 30% interest rate. So that's really what's slowing us down. If we were to pay that off, I think we could do a lot better, but at the moment I really want to focus on buying this person out because they're close to buying me out. So that's my main focus for now. Gosh, look at the price of those electronics. That would have been really good to go into producing, but as you can see there, it's getting close to buying me out. I will wait for that next off-world shipment launch, and then we might do a mass sell and see if we can buy her out. 6 seconds. Because there's a chance if he can buy me out, there's probably maybe a chance he can buy her out, so let's do a mass sell. There we go. Buy him out. Just. So now we're very secure and we're gonna be making a lot from her, so I think we're in a really good position to win now. We do get those extra tiles, which I think at this point we will probably build another off-world market. Sell that glass, which we did need for the off-world market, so that wasn't very smart. At this point, start buying towards purple, because again, biggest competitor at the moment. She will be very expensive to buy out, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh, looks like just straight out off-world market. That's what I was worried about, that they were going to focus that, but a quick repair and I think we should be okay. I think we can beat her, and we are making a lot just from the stock price of this red person here. It's making us a lot of money. And our debt is being paid off. I think we've got this. We did buy out the first person, so that gives us a really good snowball advantage. Look at that, I mean look at that. We're getting $1,000, I think it's per second? It looks like per second from her, so that's really strong. I'm feeling positive we can win this, guys. We're finally gonna have a win on this channel. Let's build that optimization center. And build it there. Even Pleasure Dome, perhaps? No. I think we'll just build another electrolysis reactor, perhaps? Look at that price off-world, that is ridiculous. Maybe there's something better we can sell. Steel, perhaps? No. There we go, let's sell food, as opposed to oxygen. Because the price on-world for oxygen is so good. And just build it there, just give us just a bit. That's all we need, just a bit more oxygen, something else just to build with. So she's buying shares of my stock, which is fine. I will be able to slowly buy her out. Good. Oh, that's just rebuilding the off-world market. It's fine.
I hate those filthy bandits.
The amount of debt that we have is ridiculous, but it's absolutely fine because we're getting so much income from the red person here and just our own resources. So I'm feeling confident about this. We can keep buying stocks in her, so we need 530,000. Dust storm incoming, which will be really good for our power production. It's a shame the price is going down. And the optimization center is built, so we will, I think, increase the oxygen production. So we'll use up a bit of our money to do that. That's fine. Building shorted out. Where was that? Ah, just our off-world. We really should protect that, I think. Bond rating has to be above D. Well, that's not going to happen. I could pay off the debt and we would be in a lot better position. Our stock price would go really sky high and would be almost impossible to buy out. But at this point, I think we want to focus on a quicker win. So she's buying more shares of my stock, which is really unfortunate. But we're making so much money. Look how much we're making off her. That is ridiculous. I think that's definitely what you got to do. I think the quicker you buy out someone, the better off you'll be. Because the amount of debt that we have doesn't matter at the moment. Because we've bought all these stocks in this person here and we've got a lot of stocks elsewhere, it just means our stock price is so high. And I think it is dependent on the amount of assets that you have. I don't think it says anywhere. No, it doesn't look like it, so... Okay, I think we should have enough to buy her out here, so let's sell oxygen and let's sell all our glass. Almost there, and let's just sell the steel. Very close. Let's just keep selling everything. I will ignore that. Sorry about that, I probably should put D&D on Skype. Anyway, and it looks like we're going to win this. I'm very happy about that. We'll just put it onto fast just for this last bit of the video. I mean, it will take him a lot to buy us out before we buy him out. So at this point we're just waiting on resources. So that's a victory. It's our first victory. I'm really happy about that. It looks like the tutorials have paid off. But perhaps we just got lucky in these first few games. Maybe I'm not as bad as I think I am, but I highly doubt that. I'm probably just as bad as those last few episodes have showed. So I think after this I will do some multiplayer, because I am curious to try it out. I think it'll be interesting to see how it goes with all the new updates and whatnot. And there we go. That's a win. Oh, congratulations to us. That's a win. We can see what's going on here. So yeah, look at that. We're so friendly. Yeah, I mean, go us. Look at our stock price climb there. I think that's when we started to buy out. Oh, looks like that is when we bought out red here. So you can see the sheer increase of stock price there was ginormous. But anyway, that's a win. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you must, but for all, no, that's not right. But for now, that's all.